not something
Hmm.
that you do willy-nilly and just like, oh, let's file a complaint. Let's file a complaint. Because
Yeah.
you have to be the squeaky wheel, but you have to squeak properly. And the boy who cried wolf doesn't get anything. And so
Yeah.
if you do it in a way that is because you're just angry, but because the insurance company hasn't done something or hasn't fulfilled their obligations. And there's a big difference between those two things. If you continually see the insurance companies not doing their job or is violating the Unfair Claims Settlement Practices Act or misrepresenting the policy or misrepresenting the facts, a
Hmm.
bunch of these things add up to the point where Chris is then like, hey man, we've been working on this for 4 months. The adjuster has only called me twice. He sent
Hmm.
out somebody that didn't have the authority. And those kind of strikes against them stack up to the point where we're like, oh, okay, now is the time to file a complaint and let's see what happens. So, how does that work, Chris?
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, first off, where you file the complaint is important. So, obviously, state of Colorado, it's going to be with Dora.
Right.
And
Different, but it's usually like some version of the Department of Insurance.
sure, exactly,
Right.
exactly. But the biggest thing you want to do when you're filing a complaint is you try to keep emotions out of it and keep it all factual.
Yes.
Again, going back to Taylor's point, you don't want to be the boy that cries wolf, but you want to keep it very, very professional and factual because they're going to respond probably 10 times better than that versus someone that's just complaining that, hey, this isn't moving anywhere. Well, what are the facts? People
Yes.
tend to jump on the facts a lot faster than the emotions. So,
Right. So just know that the Department of Insurance gets a lot of complaints because it's you plus millions of people that
mhm.
also are angry at their insurance company. But if you do what Chris says and keep it factual and less emotional, take out the emotions from that complaint and be very factual. This happened on this date. I made a call on this date. I spoke with this person on this date. And
Mhm.
you have all those facts. And that's something that we do in our office. We have a CRM that tracks all that. Chris takes notes, puts it into that system. So every single call is logged. Every single phone call is then reiterated. Most of the time, Chris will have a phone call, take the notes, and send that to the adjuster. Hey, just so we're on the same page, we spoke about this, this, and this is what you're going to do next. This is what we're going to do next, and we'll reconvene next Friday at 4 p.m., whatever it is, right? And so being very factual versus emotional is a huge part of this because understand that the insurance department of insurance gets a ton of complaints, and
Mhm.
you being factual versus emotional pushes you to the top of that line because they then don't have to, well, that's BS, that's emotional, they're angry, blah, blah, blah. Yes, you're angry. We get it because that's the reason you're filing a complaint. So that's
Yeah.
already kind of the basis of the complaint being